You guys know it's gonna be a long discussion today because I broke my water.
You gotta hit the finger.
Oh, pinky out. I told you, you don't got the 600 subscribers. Now you all brand new. Putting your pinky up and shit.
I wasn't gonna be in the video. Y'all was just gonna hear me from the back, you know. Shit, man. Y'all be coming up to me. Hey, is this the white? No, I'm just.
He said, "Stop harassing him in grocery stores. He out here with his family."
I mean, come on, man. Got the kids with me. Damn. I ain't Usher, Puff Daddy or nothing.
You girls out here asking him to sign his chest, his wife next to him. Y'all gotta calm down.
We ain't even making monetization yet.
See, they ain't know that. See, now.
Shit, they know if it's 600 subscribers.
There's a girl right now. Oh, hell no. He ain't no monetization. Oh, hell no.
And I don't blame you, baby. I don't blame you. Broke your shit. The topic of today is expensive TVs versus cheap 4K TVs.
Mm-hmm.
The differences, the similarities, which one is better, which one is worse. Is there a better or worse? We're going to keep it not too long. It's not going to be too long, but...
There's definitely a better and a worse.
Oh,
but it depends on where you're talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, where you getting that quality from, and we'll get into that, because...
Yeah. I mean, because we kind of, you know... I'm going to take y'all through a conversation. This is basically a conversation that we have on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I am more so against spending racks on racks on racks for a TV. I don't think that is necessary. But don't get me wrong. I do understand it. You know, I understand it. I just don't think that it's necessary. I mean, I don't know. It's just, I understand it.
And just so you know, we got a good spectrum. On the other hand, on this side of the table,
yeah,
I will spend some racks on racks on racks for a TV that I feel is good quality, good quality, and it's so weird just because I will contradict a lot of the things that I say. Like, I'll spend a lot on a TV, understanding a lot of these key points, and we'll get into those.
So I guess I didn't write anything down. I just think that it's just topic of conversation that, you know, we just have a conversation on it. But, you know, just to kick it off, me personally, I'm the type of person that I think about long term for other things. You know what I'm saying? Not to say he doesn't, but, you know, it may be a person out there that say, okay, well, I don't really want to spend...
Shots fired!
Hey. I'm gonna throw that in there too. But no, I'm not talking noise or nothing, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's a TV. It's just a TV. I mean, I'm going to use it as such. I'm just gonna watch it. And to be honest with you, I'm not even home enough. I work so much and I'm out so much at the gym or doing whatever I'm doing, and I'm not in front of my TV, I tell you that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me to go out and spend, and what's racks? Racks on racks on racks is like $4,000 for a TV. $5,000. Something absurd in that nature. Now, I'm not saying spending $500 on a TV is even acceptable. I'm not even saying that. No, don't do that. That is retarded, and you are going to be very, very upset. Now, with that being said, there are manufacturers that are coming out in China, such as TCL, the Roku TV, as you guys may know it. That is amazing. I've seen one personally. I've seen it. I actually saw the new model that came out this year, and if that thing ain't rivaling some of your bigger names, I don't know what is. So don't get me wrong. And those things, I think they're 65. They're 65-inch. This year model peaked above $1,000, maybe $1,100 or something like that. So don't get me wrong. Now, I'm not I kind of think my friend is more of a brand whore. He's a brand whore. You know what I'm saying?
That.
So Samsung LG, these things like that. I think when you slap the name on there, it hikes the prices up tremendously.
It's almost just like iPhone,
Yeah.
Samsung.
Mm-hmm.
LG is a leader in TVs, but not too many of y'all have LG phones. The
Right.
new G7 with the ThinQ just came out. Not too many people are going with that, and I know. So I mean, it's different. Like if there's a difference in the weight that it holds. Somebody comes over to your house and they're like, "Oh, this TV nice, man. What kind of TV is that?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, that's a TSL, that's a TCL." And they're like, "Oh, okay." All right.
But see, the problem I would have with that is saying, but I mean, first of all, I don't give a fuck what you think. You know what I'm saying? It's my money. I spent my money. But but I will say, well, hold on now. You just said that's a nice TV. And until you found out the name of it, you was like, oh, okay. And you walked away from it, and you could have saved yourself $4,000. You know what I'm saying?
We judge stuff by the name, which isn't really fair. Just because you haven't heard of it, or just because it's not huge, you shouldn't just shy away from it. That's basically the point. That's like you meeting somebody outside and you're like, "Oh man, they look like a good person." Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, they sell crack on the side though." You're like, "Oh,
oh.
He
was with Pablo back in the 80s,
baby. but still, before you knew that bit of information, it was cool.
It was cool.
It was cool.
Right. Now let's dive into some of the specifics of the TV, such as like kids, man. I love them.
So where you? It sounds like you about to go into like LG, Samsung. We about to talk about basically OLED versus QLED.
No. We're just gonna talk. We're just gonna talk about the specifics of like the mechanics in them and what makes them better. Let's talk. Like we'll get into OLEDs and all that stuff later. We'll talk about what makes that TV better than your cheaper Vizio or TCL or Sanyo or I forget this one start with an H.
Hisense.
Yeah. So
I like that brand too. They do good TVs, not too expensive, but the picture quality is really what's there. But I mean, as far as picture quality, and especially like you're talking about the mechanics of everything, picture quality for most things they're spot on. What you're rendering, what you're getting, what you're receiving, what you're seeing is basically almost identical.
Right.
The only other differences you start to get into is, this TV emits more light. This one is going to have more nits. This one is going to have deeper blacks. So the contrast on this one is going to be a little bit better.
Right.
And make no mistake about it, everything comes down. The best picture is not on paper, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. The best picture, there's nothing beats the eye test.
It's a visual thing.
Like he doesn't see the same as I see, so a TV for him is gonna look different than a TV for me. We have different eyes, same as everybody else. So if you're buying a TV and this is your TV, this is something that you have to look at on a day-to-day basis. Forget what the specs say and what everybody else says. What does your eyes tell you?
Right.
When you go to a Best Buy and you see, all these TVs on the wall and you look and you're like, "Oh, this looks nice. This one looks like the best one to me." Best Buy guy comes up and he's like, "Oh my goodness, but this one, the lag input is ridiculous.
Right.
It's not light emitting organic diodes. I don't see how you can love this one."
And you be like, "Bruh, if you don't pack this TV up, stop trying to sell me some stuff, man." That's really what it is, though. That's really, exactly what it is. They're trying to sell you something, but the visual test is everything. Now, I will say this. I went to the big screen store I told you about.
Yeah.
And what they have over there is nothing but Samsung TVs. Now, the big screen store also had some beds and stuff in there, and we were looking to get another mattress, my wife and I, and they took us around to the TVs. The wife started looking at the TVs, and that was one of the biggest things. He was talking about OLED displays and what's the other one?
LEDs, and then quantum dot LED.
And do not get
QLED.
it twisted. Do not get it twisted. Oh my God, there is a huge difference in those. Now, don't be fooled with what they show you, because a lot of those videos and stuff that they have up there are pre-made. They're pre-made. They're not just showing you regular TV. You know, everything does not shoot in 4K. Everything that is not shot in 4K, or, you know, so most of your channels are going to 4K, but keep in mind that we're moving so fast at this point that we're speaking of 8K at this point. You know, so you know, man. So be careful when you go buy a TV. Also, this is pretty much a guide of buying TVs and stuff. So
that's why I like to go to stores like Best Buy that's playing the same thing from one source. And it's going to rent all the TVs.
Yeah.
So like it's playing like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 or something like that on DVD, Blu-ray 4K.
Right.
And it's playing on the LG, the Samsung. They're next to each other.
Right.
So you can actually get a feel of how the color differences look to you, how the blacks look to you, how the off-angle viewing is going to look to you. So those things, you know, and everybody's on an equal playing field then.
Right.
So there's no, you know...
Yeah, because I'm telling you, when we went to the big screen store, basically they just showed us this like preloaded video that they had
like
on
those
there.
The store demos that just run on those TVs.
Right.
And of course, those always look fantastic because they're made for that TV.
For that, right.
So the color brightness and everything is made to just look like that TV is doing the most, you know? Like it's not, but that's not what you're going to get when you get home.
Nope.
You know, you're going to be putting on regular ass TV. You may not even be putting on 4K, you know? You may not even be playing, most of your content is not going to be in 4K. There's not too much stuff in 4K. You may still be running regular DVDs. You know, some of y'all still got VHSs hooked up.
Because the way I'm doing it, man, you know, the way that I run my stuff is through, everything is through my Amazon Fire Stick at this point. I'm thinking about getting a Cube, actually, but that's another story. But everything that I'm running is through the Fire Stick. I don't have any cable. The only cable that I have is DirecTV Now. That's on my Fire Stick. Plex, Fire Stick. Terrarium, Fire Stick. YouTube. I don't really do Netflix and Hulu. You know, I don't do that anymore. But everything's run on my Fire Stick. So what I'm saying is that Fire Stick is not 4K. It's not 4K at all. I would have to upgrade it to the 4K box or something like that. So when I go and buy a TV, even if I had 4K, because my TV is not 4K at this point, if I had a 4K box, it would still show in 1080p. You know, wouldn't be, you know, what you want. Now here's the thing though, and I got to get back on this whole cheap versus expensive. What are you looking for when you go for a TV? And how long are you keeping this TV?
I think that's one of the biggest things. How long you keeping a TV? Because me personally, if I know that I'm gonna get a TV just for temporary purposes, if I, you know, just moved into a new place or something like that, and I'm like, all right, well, I don't really have the money to get the TV I want, so I'm just gonna get a cheap TV for now and rock with that. But even if, like me personally, if I'm getting a cheap TV, I'm still looking for high picture quality. So when you're looking for that, the best way to reduce the price of your television is to lose out on your smart features. And I really don't have to worry about that because, I mean, like you said,
that a lot.
Fire Stick, Xbox, PlayStation, you know,
Roku,
Chromecast, just so many different things.
You do not need a smart TV. If you're going out, like, in the number one thing, I got to get a smart TV, you're adding more dollars onto your expense. And it's no need, because I'm pretty sure that the majority of you have an Xbox, a PlayStation, a Fire Stick, a Roku, something. And I'm not saying Apple TV, something.
Exactly.
Something.
And I mean, that's where you're really going to cut down in price. You know, if you're like, oh, I don't need my TV to do all these smart features and things like that. And smart features is
a perk.
It's extra. Yeah, it's definitely you know, what would your parents say back in the day? Like, this is a privilege.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's not something that you need.
Should I say that now?
Exactly.
Say that now. I got
they
3.
let you know. like when you get older, you realize what you need, what's a necessity, and then what's just extra.
Yeah.
And smart features is everywhere. You're gonna have those everywhere you turn around. You're gonna be able to link up to that. So cutting back on those are your number one, and that'll bring your TV down and not your picture quality. You'll still have great picture quality, but
and it's funny because I remember when he and I went out, because he had bought a Samsung, I bought an LG. This was years ago though.
Man, probably like 5 years ago.
About 5 years ago, and when we went out and bought our TVs, we were so psyched about the smart features on the TV. Like, yo, my joint did it. You know what I'm saying? And like now I'm like, please, just give me a TV with no smart features. I'm cool.
And I think that's what smart features are. It was something that was a necessity back then. Mm-hmm. But I mean, because when you have PlayStation, I think I was rocking like a PS3. Mm-hmm. I had just got, the Xbox, but it wasn't like an Xbox One. It was like Xbox 360. Yeah. So there wasn't that many apps on those. I couldn't really put too much stuff up there. So I mean, the big name things had apps. I think I was still able to do like maybe HBO Go or little stuff, but it didn't have like Plex and stuff like that now, and all the stuff that you can do now. What do people use? Kodi, stuff like that. It didn't have all that back in the day, so we were forced to kind of smart. They're not turning back. Every TV that they release is gonna have those smart features. Yep. If LG and Samsung is listening, hey, if y'all can create a TV without smart features,
you're going to make money.
Holy snap.
You're going to make money, and I mean a busload of money, because people are becoming smarter. People are becoming more efficient. They don't really care about stuff like that. Now, also, people don't care about cable like that no more. Nobody is just rocking cable, like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's kind of left field, but when you start buying this stuff, a lot of people are going to buy their Roku. They're going to buy their Fire Sticks. They're going to buy the Xbox. And Xbox, man, I'm going to tell you something. Xbox was on to something back in the day, and y'all slept. Y'all did not let Xbox do exactly what they wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Man, because had Xbox done what they wanted to do, they'd have been the leader of smart home technology.
Yeah. With Xbox, I mean, already they bursted out with the Kinect.
Yep.
Like, right off the bat. That Kinect, you were already able to give commands and things like that too. And even in a lot of Microsoft commercials, they were showing you how they were using this Kinect for all sorts of stuff. So that would have been your regular, and imagine how cheap it would have been too. If you bought the original, what was it, the Xbox One when it first came out, it came with the Kinect for free. You didn't have to pay extra for that. It came in.
No, that motherfucker was not free. It was not free.
You bought the Xbox, it came with the Xbox.
Dude, that joint was $100. That was an extra $100. If that joint was not in there, it would have been $399. What did we pay? $499.
$500.
We paid $500.
Yeah.
So it would have been $400 had it not been in there, because when you bought it separately back in the day, it was $100.
I say not when you doing day one editions. Day one editions coming with it, you paying your $500. It's like extra laces when you buy sneakers. They don't come with extra laces no more. But back in the day, you used to get all sorts of extra laces.
Yeah, that's true. But I guess in a nutshell, what my concern is that I think we spend so much money on unnecessary things, and it may be just unnecessary to me. You know what I'm saying? The way I look at life is like, okay, I got to put this back. I'm trying to live. I'm trying to, do this and whoop-de-whoop. So if I can spend 4 G's on a TV, but then this TV jack kind of look the same and it's only a G, I'm going to take this 3 G's and put that up, or I'm going to invest that 3 G's into something else. So that's the way I'm kind of looking at life now. Don't get me wrong. Back in the day, bruh, I wouldn't give a dang on about any of that. You know what I'm saying? Man, we'd have been at the store, copped the 4G's TV with the new PlayStation and the Xbox. It wouldn't have been nothing. You know what I'm saying? We'll worry about that later. We'll worry about them bills later. But at 33, you start to make different decisions. And like I said,
you start to not want to be in debt.
Man, now with now when you trying to keep these lights on to light this video up. Shoot, man. You know, that's just my take on it. It's not that I don't see the quality of the TV and be like, yo, that joint is crazy. It's not that I don't see that. It's just that I'm like, yo, that joint crazy. But that's where I'm at.
See, I really think the TVs nowadays are gearing up to more convenience people like you and I. Mm-hmm. You know, if you really think about the things that you're doing and the things that I do at home, you've got smart lights, you've got Google Home, mm-hmm. you've got, you know, Alexa products, you've got all these things that will work a smart home.
Right.
And I think the problem that most people are seeing now is how do you slowly get rid of those things to actually go to a newer TV and have it make sense. You know, now let's take LG for instance. LG came out with the newer OLED. That mm-hmm. OLED has ThinkQ technology in it. Mm-hmm. With that ThinkQ technology, you're able to basically run smart home devices directly from your TV. Mm-hmm. Now that's great. You know, that would be great if you didn't already spend all this money on smart home tech.
Yes.
Your TV would have bundled all that together, but now you've got to figure out if you're going to get a TV like that, to have it financially make sense, you got to figure out, well, how am I going to get rid of this Google Home that I just got? You know, how am I going to get rid of all these other the bridges and the Samsung Smart things and things like that you've already paid money on?
Well, I would think that they would be trying to gear towards a newer crowd of people that want to get into smart home. Mm-hmm. That would be the only way, because I'm not going to stop using the products that I've been using the way that I like to use it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have the LifeX bulb, I have the TP-Link plugs, I have the Google Home, mm-hmm. the Alexa speaker in the back, and I like that. I like doing things that certain way.
Yeah.
Only thing that I'm going to do, especially when I move into my house, is just buy other things, smart locks and things of that nature. I'm still buying stuff for this apartment now. I'm not going to stop doing it that way, but like I said, I think that they're trying to get it to the newer people that's just getting into smart home. Look, you might as well buy this TV. It's already going to be compatible with X, Y, and Z.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And see, I think that's where you hit the nail on the head. Yeah, I mean, that's yeah, exactly. Samsung's new TVs are doing the same exact mm-hmm. thing. They've now integrated Bixby. Mm-hmm. You know, if y'all are not too familiar with Bixby came out in the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus, mm-hmm. and Bixby is supposed to be basically your assistant,
Google,
exactly,
and
which is still weird because you still do have the option of using Google Assistant on your S8.
And who's
S8
gonna
Plus.
use Google over Bixby when you've been using Google for so long?
But I think that's why it's in their TVs now. You're gonna get more and more used to using Bixby.
That's
and
true.
I think that's a new platform that they're trying to get out. But I mean, I think it'll every time now that a new person, like you said, you know, it's geared towards not even people. Well, yeah, it's geared towards new people who haven't bought a lot of their smart stuff yet. Mm-hmm. You know, now they can really justify bundling things in. Mm-hmm. You know, if your TV is sitting in your living room, like for instance, right now I have a Google Home sitting on my kitchen counter. Mm-hmm. You know, my living room is right next to that, so I use my Google Home to control all of my smart things. Mm-hmm. But if I had a TV, if before that I would have just bought that TV and I didn't get the Google Home, you know, that might have made a little sense. That's an extra $130 I spent on a Google Home. I could have invested that into a TV, and that TV would have had those same things.
So, what is my TV gonna always be on, or what is it? You know.
Yeah. So that brings me back to like Xbox. Mm-hmm. So like when we first had Xbox, and Xbox was made to never turn off, supposedly. That it was supposed to never turn off.
Yeah.
So with that always being on, especially when you had the Kinect, you could walk into the house, say,
Xbox.
Yeah, back then it was Xbox. Now it's Cortana.
Cortana, yeah.
Yeah. So back then you could say, "Hey Xbox, turn on TV," and it would turn the TV on. Mm-hmm. You know, and again, I wish they would have, you know, kept with that, because now you could have been able to give Xbox those commands for your smart things. But that's the same premise that they're doing with the TVs now, where the TVs stay on. If you've seen like the new Samsungs, they've got like portraits. They basically look like almost like paintings.
I saw it at the big screen store. Oh my god!
And those stay on. They become artwork on your walls, which is really, really cool. And with that, it's almost just like, imagine anybody that's using a Galaxy S8, S8 Plus, Note 8, you're always on display. Where it's always running, So I use always on display, and it eats almost little to no battery. So you don't really have to worry about it burning up a lot of electricity while that display is on. So now you can keep that TV on all day. You can come home directly into your house and say, hey Bixby, turn on lights. And then boom, not you Bixby, not you. And have them turn on the lights. And you can keep that on without having to worry about a lot of electricity consumption.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's
dope.
that's LG also, what was it, at CES, they had the 65-inch rollout TV.
Yeah.
And the rollout TV would roll up to a certain point and just display time and weather. You could have it roll all the way up for a regular TV. So just...
So here's my thing. When we start talking about these type of TVs, the rollout TVs, the picture frame TVs, now I'll give you my money. But if we talking about these regular black, TVs with the bezels on it, I don't want to give you my money for that, because I just feel like it's just a TV.
So just to recap, Dwayne is fine.
Yeah.
With the rollout TV.
Hell yeah.
But he got a problem when you add in extra smart features. Okay?
I'm
He said
cool
you
with
got to
the
go
rollout
extra to get his money. All right?
And that's if I got it. Look, fuck that. I mean, hey, look, you come into my crib and you see a rollout TV, I'm going to be stunning on y'all hoes. You damn right I got it. You damn right.
I'm going to have to hate. I'm going to have to just throw subtle jabs.
Yeah, exactly.
You ever see those people, they come to your house, you like, oh yeah, I just got the new, boom. And they're like, oh yeah, that's nice.
That's cool.
I think my friend got that the other day though. And he said his wasn't working right. So I mean, I was going to get it, but I didn't want to.
I think I'm going to get it.
And then they said they were going to come out with the part 2 anyway. So I'm just going to wait for that. But I mean, yours is nice. Yours is nice if you like that sort of.
Well, thank you.
Rollout TV.
Well, thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Boy,
you always had those. Man.
But that's my shit. Like if those features are there and it's something that looks cool, I'm like, okay, I can justify spending that money on it. That's me. I can justify a rollout TV. I can justify a picture frame type of TV because I'm not gonna lie. When I went up there to the big screen store, I saw that picture frame joint. I was like, this joint is dope. That is dope as hell. I will spend money on that. 4K just dropped down so tremendously.
Oh yeah,
the technology just became cheap.
That's when companies level out. When every company almost starts to look like the same type of paneling, when they can deliver the same type of picture, then they start to level out. The prices start to drop on the lower models, but then where you get those high prices again for those TVs is like what we were just talking about, those extra smart features, those ambient lights.
No, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. It's the name.
Oh, yeah.
It's the name.
Name is always in it. I mean, I feel, and I understand that. With names, I feel like if I had a company and I've been around for years and years and years, I've earned that status and I've earned to, place my stuff a little bit above everybody else. If I own my own company, same thing. I'm around for a long time. We'll earn that.
Which I hope we are.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's STGM.
Exactly.
STGM.
Sneaker Tech Gaming More. We earn ours. Subscribe.
Make sure you like this video.
When you look at a panel or you're looking at a picture paneling, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for more so quality of the picture of the it just has to look really nice to me in a sense. Like I'm not really caring about. I do care about when I saw it in person. I do really care about the deeper blacks and stuff like that because it's just a nice feature.
Yeah, it's
really nice. Now, if I can get that on a $1,200 to $1,500 TV, I'm cool with that. Especially when, like you just said, a lot of these TVs are leveling out. All of them are becoming some of the same. You know, you're finding some of the same technology.
So you do like your deeper black. So would you say that you prefer like an OLED TV
Definitely.
over like a LED or QLED TV?
Yes and no. It depends on price still, but also the QLEDs are not bad. I saw those. I mean, LED is just a really old technology at this point. It's not necessarily that good. But those QLEDs, I don't have a problem with those. You know, and what I'm trying to do over here, guys, is get our IGTV up and running so I can record something.
And see, with me, like the deep blacks are great, but I'd rather my TV go brighter. So I'd rather have like the TV that's going to produce the highest nits, really, really give me that 100% color volume is really, really important. And a TV that I would go with, I gotta make sure that I'm getting 100% color volume, you know?
Okay.
And so, I mean, and I'm still looking at, I know every time we do like a TV or like a technology thing, we always like, oh, we're still looking for a TV right now, which is crazy because that's the point. With technology, you just got to go and just get what you like. I mean, you can be doing something for so long.
What's up, IGTV?
What up? And you can be doing this for so long, but technology changes so fast that you can't really wait.
You can't keep up. If you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, you're gonna go broke.
Exactly.
That's an old saying. If you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, you're gonna go broke. Number one. So number two, you find something that you like, something that you are going to be like, okay, I'm gonna stick with this TV for the next 10 years or 5 years or however long, because you don't just. It's not a cell phone. It's not a phone. We kind of got accustomed to at least every 2 years getting us another phone. But no, that's really what it is. And you know, when like it's kind of like a console to me. In the next 7 years or whatever, you know, when you buy, let's say you bought your Xbox or PlayStation back in 2013 when they came out.
Yeah.
And you say, okay, in 2019 we're dropping the newest PlayStation. The technology has improved so much from 2013 to 2019 that you are justified. I am buying this. This is happening. You know what I'm saying? It's the same for TVs, in my opinion. From 2015 when we bought our no, it was 13. I'm sorry, 2013 when we bought our TVs to now, it's like, okay, I'm ready. It's time to get this TV. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to catch up because my TV looks old picture quality compared to what's out right now.
Exactly.
I'm definitely left behind in the wind at this point. You know what I'm saying?
So I know like people are watching this and you're like, damn, okay, so what type of TV should we get? Like we waiting for you just to tell us that. We came up here, you talking about all this goddamn technology with everything. What type of TV should we buy? And Dwayne, Melvin, what's going on?
And what I would tell you, pick what you love.
Exactly.
You just sat through 30 minutes of video for me to say pick what you love. Thank you. We love you.
So let's do this here. All right, Dwayne, you got unlimited money. All right,
unlimited money.
Unlimited money. It don't matter. All right. What are 5 important things that a TV must have for you? If you picking, and then I'll tell you what type of TV it sounds like he described, and in that way, if y'all really want us to pick a TV, exactly, we'll pick it that way.
OLED, number 1. HDR, 4K is a given. My gaming has to be on point, no lag. No lag. I'm talking none. It's gotta be roll out. No. I want you to come to my house and that bitch just roll up. So I just described that LG.
We know he in the LG ballpark anyway. He said he gotta have OLED, and I'm guessing OLED for your deeper blacks and your better contrast. HDR, and especially since you said gaming too, so I'm guessing good color contrast. You want to really see, you know, the peak brightness. You're using OLED, so you're really not going to get that high in peak brightness.
Right.
But and HDR content is going to be still really, really good. Dolby Vision, I don't know if you're putting that into the mix, but that's really going to bring out that color gamut too.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're doing that.
I kind of forgot about that, but I'm sorry. Yeah, Dolby Vision, definitely.
It's a feature a lot of people don't talk about, but man, I'm
it's awesome.
I am into Dolby.
Yeah.
Like, that's right. Dolby sound is really, really important to me.
Yeah.
But so we're looking at LG.
Mm-hmm.
LG.
You?
With me, I've got to have peak brightness performance.
Okay.
It's got to at least be able to hit 2,000 nits or higher. My TV is located basically downstairs by windows. Mm-hmm. So if the sun is coming in, I want to make sure that it is,
I'm still able to see
exactly.
it. Yeah.
It's bright enough to do that. Gaming is important. So something with very, very low input lag. Mm-hmm. I want to be able to, while I'm playing my zombies, not be like, I'm pushing it, but it's not responding or it's responding late. Yeah, I hate that. Yeah. Especially if you're playing multiplayer games, and I do a lot of multiplayer games. Mm-hmm. Black Ops 4 is coming out. We're going to have a video on that because some people ain't really sold. So we're going to see.
I need my jump packs, baby. What is wrong with y'all people? You're getting rid of everything that I love, man. I love the jump packs. That shit, oh my gosh. Anyway, but the problem is with that joint, I'm going to cut you off, man, but the problem is with that joint is that they built this game for jump packs, and then people got pissed off and was like, okay, we'll just take it out. Hate y'all, man, but I love y'all.
It's got to be 4K resolution. That's a given.
That's a given.
And it's got to have the best color gamut. Like, it's got to have 100% color volume. Like, if I'm buying a new TV these days, it's got to have 100% color volume. So if y'all have not guessed, yes, I am a fan of the Samsung. Staying holding true. If you want to know exactly what Samsung I would buy, I would say it would be the Q9F, which is basically their 2018 model that just released this year. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I picked specifically that one out of the whole QLED line was just because they've added better blacks on that one. So I get close to the OLED blacks. Of course, with it being LED, you'll never have true blacks, but you'll get really, really close, and it does have new reflective coating on the screen. So again, with it being in the sun, with it being downstairs in the sun exposure, I won't really get that. And plus, it'll have better viewing angles as well. So if I'm sitting off to the side of the TV, I still get a lot of that color without it being washed out because I'm at a different viewing angle. So that's the one I would buy hands down if I had the money just to come just pow. Samsung Q9F. That's mine.
All we did was pick some really good TVs. It's just
they're like, I thought they were talking about cheap TVs.
Right. Now, if your money don't allow you to do that, because he said money is not an option. Mm-hmm. You gotta remember that money is not an option. But if money is an option, man, take your butt up to freaking Best Buy, man, or wherever you buy your TVs, Walmart. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? What suits you?
Cheap TV. Go.
What I do like is the M versions of the Vizios. I love the M versions. Because they have different joints. But that's the one I do love. I'm not really sure exactly all that's in there because I just seen it. I saw it online, then I saw it in person. And then that's how I base my judgment. But yeah.
This one we're actually in agreement on. Going Vizio, going with the M series as well. Mm-hmm. Just because gaming is very important to me. We were just talking about that. And Vizio is going to have some of the lowest input lags out there. Mm-hmm. So if gaming is important to you, plus Vizio has one, and I know y'all like Vizio, the Walmart joints, calm it down. Vizio has won a bunch of awards for screen quality, picture quality, imaging.
That is probably my favorite cheap TV. Mm-hmm. And I think you can get the M series under, I know it's under 1,000. Because they have their P series, they have their D series, the M, I think the P is the highest.
Mm-hmm. The P's got the tablet. It comes with the tablet remote.
Oh yeah.
And you can control your TV
through
there.
Dope. That's dope. But I think they kind of they're gonna get rid of that because you can start doing all that stuff through your phone too. and I think that's cheaper for them to manufacture the TV.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, that's really my favorite. I mean, I've heard a lot of great things about gaming on the TCL. I've heard a lot of great things. I have not heard anything about gaming on the Hisense. I have not heard. I've seen that they're beautiful quality, but I have not heard anything about gaming.
Yeah.
And if you're on this channel, you're probably a gamer. You know, if you're not, I mean, you're probably just here for the tech and and all that. But that's cool too. But if you're into tech and gaming, that's probably not where you want to go with that one. But other than that, those are the top TVs that we need to even talk about as far as cheap TVs go. All the other ones, don't even waste your money on them.
Full array, they're gonna be higher. They're gonna be higher televisions. I want to say the Q9F is a full array TV, and full array, if you're doing LED, full array is the way to go. If you really want to get that best picture, you really want to get the better blacks, you're gonna have to go to a full array TV and just be prepared. Full array is more money.
It's expensive
because you've got extra paneling for full array because it's all the way lit. You have different zones. When you're talking about LED TVs, most of them are just edge lit, but full array is all the way lit.
Yeah.
So that's
hey, look, but I hope we gave you guys a good guide. We like to get together sometimes, just have these conversations about stuff. But I hope you guys had a good understanding of the cheap versus the expensive, and it just really, like I'll say it again. It boils down to what's in your pockets. It also boils down to what you like. If money ain't a thing, then it boils down to what you like. And if money is not a thing, I'm pretty sure you're gonna go more expensive. Now at that point, OLED and all this other stuff and the Q9, all these things, that's up to preference at that point. That's up to preference. I don't think that we could ever sit down and have okay, this is the best one.
Yeah.
I don't think that you could ever do that because all of these joints are so good. I remember when we bought our TVs back in the day, both our TVs was looking good, still looking good, and I'm like, okay, all I'm gonna do is take this joint, put it in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the problem with technology. It's not one size fits all. You can't say, hey, this is it here and that's all. Everybody has different needs. Everybody has different things that they want out of their product.
Right.
And that's the hard part. So we could just tell you like, oh, go with this TV. Like, no, we can tell you what TVs we would go with, but it may be a different TV for you. It's not one size fits all. It's all different,
Right.
So you just got to understand when you're looking at TVs, just figure out what's best for you. And a lot of things doesn't have to be the latest and greatest. A lot of things you're still getting the same picture quality from last year's OLED model that you're getting in this year's OLED model. The only thing difference is that the new OLED model is a little bit brighter. That's it. But you're still getting the same picture. The LG B7, is still rated one of the highest TVs, and that one came out like 3 or 4 years ago. And that still has one of the best pictures in an OLED TV, and you can get that now in a 65-inch for less than $2,000. So
that's the one he was talking to me about.
So that's the way to go.
Yeah.
If everything else isn't, and that's it. All the extras is the extras, and it's nice if you can afford the extras. Don't break your bank trying to buy something that you're not even going to use. You're like, oh yeah, I can do the internet on my TV, but who's really doing that?
Nobody.
Nobody. I don't even
think we did the internet. We did it because it was there.
Exactly.
But I was like, this is too clunky and too much to go through, bro. Like, just get my phone.
Exactly. That's what I went to the web browser on my TV a couple of times. I literally can tell you I have not been on that web browser on my TV in probably about 2 years now.
Yeah.
But and then I will probably get on it later today just because it's in my brain
mind to do it now.
Just to do it, exactly.
Yeah. Hey, but man, look, it's STGM. You guys know what it is. Thank you for everything.
Make sure you subscribe. And let's get some dialogue going on. Leave a comment below.
Yeah, please.
Tell me what y'all favorite TV is. We're literally in the market for buying new TVs. So in a little bit, we're gonna have an unboxing video for you. We're gonna have a new TV to roll out, and
2 unboxing TVs for you, man.
Exactly.
We'll do one in his crib, one in my crib, and man, we out of here, man. Peace.